Hello, Colas. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Xavi Hernandez, who have recently admitted to losing his cool at times at Barcelona Stars in games. We are going to discuss on what he said as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that Barcelona are beginning to worry about the decline in attendance at the Montjuic Stadium. Of course, poor performances and of course other things are making fans not so much motivated to come to the stadium. We are going to be discussing more on that as well. So as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barcelona just about managed to secure a scrappy 3-2 win over Almeria earlier this week in their final La Liga game heading into the mid-season break. It was far from vintage display from the reigning La Liga champions, especially during the first half, something that left manager Xavi Hernandez far from pleased. Since the day of the match, reports have been emerging about how Xavi Hernandez gave a telling off to his players during the halftime break. The manager was far from pleased with what he saw from his players and questioned their spirit and ambition while urging them to run like pigs and give their all on the pitch. Robert Lewandowski was allegedly one of the players who had to face the ire of the Barca boss during a heated halftime talk. Xavi therefore admits that, to having a go at Barca players. Now, in an interview recently with Catalonia Radio, Xavi admitted that he had a go at the Barca stars at halftime during that Almeria encounter. The manager admitted that he felt it was a necessary move considering that there was a lot at stake and the players needed a wake-up call. He said, I try to be sincere and honest, talk to their faces. I can't hide. Shouting? Tension, normal. It's a dressing room. We have a lot at stake, and I thought it was a good idea to raise my voice a little. That's all, Xavi admitted. The manager then stated that he was happy with the reaction from his team in the second period. He said, from that point on, I think the team reacted very well, very well. In the dressing room, we are a big family. They are professionals and they understood it very well. In the second half, they took the path we have to stay on, he said, insisting that now was, the time for them to regroup. Xavi added, now we have to take a break, a rest, very important, to face 2024 with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of excitement as well. Of course, the game against Almeria, very poor performance despite winning the game, struggling to win a team with all due respect to Almeria, but come on, Barcelona are not helping at all. They're not helping the fans. We struggle to win any game. We just meet opponents that they have a little bit of agility in them or some kind of spirit to play. Barcelona, it's like they don't know how to play a game. I mean, it's quite terrible. I was so shocked when even Xavi made a statement after that game in his press conference where he said, people should know that this is not the Barca of 2010 and blah, blah, blah. Come on. If that's the kind of mindset we should be having, then we're going on a decline. Because everybody will be like, anyway, by the way, this is not the Barca of the Pep days or the Messi days, so we should not expect much. But come on, we can never get right out to the top if we keep our mentality that way. The mentality of this group of players is so poor. Xavi Hernandez, of course, he is the manager. As you know, managers will always take the most responsibilities. They are the ones to be sacked when a team does not deliver results on a consistent basis. But come on, as far as I also blame Xavi, but I also blame the players because honestly, those players have not been doing quite well. Our players have not been putting that fighting spirit. They are not playing as though they are playing for the badge. It's Gavi and Araujo that I can see some kind of enthusiasm in them. But we're not seeing this nature, this charismatic nature in these players at all. Any game we struggle. We struggle. Come on. We are not taking any trophy if we continue like this. So there were a lot of rumors this past week after the game against Almeria, claiming how Xavi Hernandez had a heated exchange with many of those Barca stars in the dressing room at halftime. And of course, it is true. They say yes, not all rumors are true, but this is true because we can hear from the horse's mouth himself. Xavi Hernandez have had an interview recently where he have admitted that it happened. He shouted and he said it was necessary to take such an action because some adults behave like kids. The way we play, we were like we're not focused. And how are we going to win La Liga again? We can't. We are now, I think, I'm about 7 points or 8 points adrift Freya and Girona, who are joint up. Come on, we need to come back stronger. The mentality of winning must be there before anything can happen. Because if these players don't have that little bit of belief that they can conquer and dominate Spain, then sorry, we are not going anywhere. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona's reconstruction of the Spotify Camp Nou got underway in June at the end of last season, with the club aiming to bring improvements to the infrastructure and integrate technological modifications. The iconic stadium will feature a retractable roof and 30,000 square meters of solar panels, with the energy utilized to power a new 360-degree LED show. The project is anticipated to be fully completed for the 2025-26 season. Until the Camp Nou is partially ready, in November next year, Barca's home matches will continue to be hosted at the Luis Companys Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. The Catalan Giants relocated to their new home at the beginning of this season, but the number of spectators in attendance has been on a decline since. Indeed, according to AS, the worrying decline in attendance in the stands is starting to worry Barcelona. The lowest attendance of the season was 34,471, which came most recently against Almeria, while the Montjuic is a significantly smaller stadium than Camp Nou, with half its seating capacity. The Catalan Giants are still struggling to fill up the stadium on match days. Having won La Liga last season, Barcelona started the season off strong in both performances and their ability to attract crowds in numbers. The Gamba Trophies match stated against Tottenham drew 35,224 fans on August 8, and the La Liga opener against Cadiz drew 39,603 spectators, with Real Madrid's visit bringing the largest crowd of approximately 51,112. However, since the end of October and the Clasico, attendance has been steadily declining. This is particularly concerning given that the last game of the season drew the lowest crowd of the year, 34,471, nearly 100 fewer than the previous low, which was set 2 weeks earlier against Atletico. Even despite public requests from Laporta and Xavi urging fans to come in large numbers against Atletico, the number of attendees was not at all encouraging. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.